Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wa salatu wassalamu ala Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. My dear brothers and sisters, we're talking about the life of our beloved Prophet of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam gave his last sermon, as we know, on the 10th year of Hijrah, on the 9th day of Dhul Hijjah, in the valley of Arafat, to more than 100,000 people gathered. And we're very blessed that we have the same speech available today. And I am talking about his speech and I'm drawing lessons from it, inshallah. We're talking about lesson number 6 today. Lesson number 6. Prophet ﷺ said, Allah has forbidden you to take usury. Therefore, all interest obligations shall henceforth be waived. And then he declared anyone who had any interest-based obligation to his family, the family of Abdul Muttalib, he said, is thus waived. Brothers and sisters, usury actually is the real word, the correct word for interest that we always hear, that we accumulate in our bank account or we pay for this, that and the other. It's called riba in Islam. Definition of riba is something very simple. It's something that continuously grows without you ever taking in the risk of loss. So you put £10 into a bank account and the bank keeps on giving you positive rewards. In other words, keeps you giving profit without you ever having to risk the loss. That's riba. Whether you do that by buying a property or by buying a car or by giving somebody a loan, giving riba and taking riba is not allowed. Usury is the English word. Earning a good halal living is what Prophet ﷺ is referring to. It's strongly encouraged in Islam. But a haram living, my brothers and sisters, is not only discouraged, not only prohibited, but even makes our worship and our supplication redundant. Did you know a person who earns haram, his dua is not accepted. Her dua is not accepted. SubhanAllah. Makes me very frightened. So if you're earning haram, no matter how many du'as you make, your dua is not being accepted because you're earning haram. Riba or interest-based earning is one of those haram means of earning or getting involved. Taking usury is one of those haram sources that is equated with filling our bellies with fire. It's in the Quran, Allah says this, that do not fill your belly with the fire, because riba is like fire. Usury-based economy, my brothers and sisters, is totally unfair and unjust. Do you know why? Because usury leaves rich becoming richer and poor becoming poorer. Just imagine you're a rich person. You lend somebody £100 and you say, okay, 20% you must pay on top. If that person is earning £1 a day just to live and they have to pay you 20% all the time, they will never be able to pay you, or they will never be able to repay their debt. They will always remain indebted to you. That's we call in Islam bondage, slavery, and that is not allowed. Economic bondage, economic slavery through usury is so rampant in our society. Most people are economic slaves to riba because of the mortgages that they have for their properties. I know under some circumstances, according to some scholars, they say it is an exception and therefore what can you do? But a lot of people have made this a habit. They think it's okay. It's not okay. Because by you taking part and participating in riba-based transaction, you are precipitating, you are perpetuating this evil. And in Islam, we must do everything possible to create clean economy, where our wealth is distributed fairly and equitably. And riba-based economy can never do that. It's unfair. 1400 years ago, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, addressing 100,000 people in the valley of Mecca, was foretelling The coming of a time when the world would become enslaved to riba-based economy. Well, that's what we are seeing today. Riba-based economy, everywhere you look. Small band of people, a handful of people, less than 1% of the world's population, own more than 80% of world's wealth. Remaining 20% of us share the rest of the amounts of wealth unequally, unfairly. It's all because of riba, all because of usury. And in Islam, it is not allowed. So Prophet ﷺ made that declaration to his companions for you and I to follow until day of judgment, that business and ethical profit is perfectly allowed. Allah says in the Quran, and He has made halal al-bay', He has made for you halal, that which is business transaction, wa harram al-riba, and He has prohibited for you usury. Business transaction and profit is you put an investment, you make an investment, and you share the risk of losing or gaining. You work hard and you get a return. It's not like gambling. It's not like perpetual positive income from the bank just because you put some money in a deposit account where you are accumulating and accruing permanent interest. Brothers and sisters, if you are doing that, stop it immediately. Close those accounts down and put your money in ethical investment, where your return is based on profit sharing and risk. Allah protect us. Allah make our wealth halal. And Allah make it possible for us all to follow the examples of our beloved Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, who wanted to create a world that is fair, where people care and share. I hope and I pray that's the message you teach yourself, your children, and the society at large. Thank you very much. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.